about 10 Everybody's here, so
Everybody's here.
we're ready to open up about 10 o'clock. The March 26th meeting, what time is about to open? And we'll start right off with the approval of minutes.
I'd move to accept the minutes from February's meeting.
All in favor? Aye.
We should do that every month, and I don't even have to change the sentence.
It's slide up.
So up to you now, Jess.
All right. So we had interviews take place for the assistant nutrition coordinator Monday and Tuesday. So we're in the process of narrowing those down and making a decision.
How many did you have?
We had four.
Oh, wow.
4 applicants.
Wow.
Yep. So that's
Any
great.
of them internal?
Yep. We had 1 internal and 3 external.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Our nutrition program numbers for February, we had over 2,000 home delivered meals and 377 congregate meals. Februaries are always lower in congregate because it's a short month, and we had a few snow days, and then we had a day where we closed for some propane issues. But everything's been fixed, so we're fine.
Supposed to be a holiday.
Well, right,
Saw that.
yep, exactly. So, I mean, 377 is still fantastic for having 5 or 6 days off. January numbers for outreach, the team saw 58 clients for 74 units of service. Still working on, Shine-based appointments and fuel assistant follow-ups to make sure that, if somebody gets a letter that says you're missing a document or they want help reaching out to see if their application's been accepted, that's what I consider fuel assistance follow-ups. Supportive services listed below, 149 clients with 179 units of service. Taxes are in that, so that was 40 folks. I did talk with the tax representative this past week, and he was hoping that maybe next year we could get 2 days a week. Mondays maybe, so we'll see. Let's keep our fingers crossed because we had a significant wait list, and to this day people are still calling asking
really?
if we have open appointments, and we don't.
And nobody has.
No, and the one place that we were sending them, I just heard closed up, so they're
Where's
full.
that?
We were sending them to where?
To where,
To
yeah.
community action.
Yep.
But we just heard that they're now full.
Mhm.
So unless it's a private pay situation, we are out of options for taxes. Yep. For medical equipment, so we had 17 folks borrow 22
Wow.
pieces of medical equipment that totaled $1,490.
It's a lot of
Yeah,
medical equipment in
so-
a month.
Yeah. Transportation, we did 96 rides to 32 clients. And then our Title III grant, we did 18 rides for 12. And then if you look over here at our recreation, we did 600 units to 180 clients. Healthy Bones and Balance.
It's amazing.
I know, Healthy Bones and Balance is busy. And then we had some classes that didn't take place. So Tai Chi was out because of the weather. Silver Sisterhood unfortunately happened on the days where it was either a snow day or, so we didn't. And yoga, she was off for surgery. So those numbers would have been higher had those classes taken place. Volunteers, 405 hours for 41 volunteers in February. And then moving on to other, we are still going ahead with our Title III grants for fiscal year 26-27. We haven't heard any different. So the letters of intent are due on May 2nd, and then full proposals will be due on July 11th.
Are those state grants?
No, those are federal.
That's federal,
Yeah.
okay.
Those are the
Just
ones
saying.
that are on the
Yep.
list of you
Yep.
may not receive them.
And are those managed through like the new name?
Yeah, Access Care Partners, correct,
And
yep.
where does that come from? You know, what department? If that's they
Um,
connected to, right?
So yeah, it's the Older Americans Act, and I did know, but now it's
I'm just
escaped me
curious
because
which
you asked.
department. Okay.
Yeah,
Community living,
maybe,
ACL.
the ACL, yeah. Yep, I'll have to look
No, that's
back on that
what she
Okay,
Excel
it's not
spreadsheet.
that important, it's just
Yep.
curious.
We are gonna offer transportation to town meeting. We're gonna see how it goes. It could either go
And that's
one
on
of
what date,
3
right?
ways. May 12th,
That's what I thought.
Monday, May 12th. So we could have no one sign up,
Oh,
we could be inundated with calls, or it could go great and we can take what we take. So we're gonna see.
Get there early.
Yeah, well, Doug is a fill-in driver that we have here, and he works during the day. So I asked him if he'd be willing to do it at night, because as we know, it doesn't start till 6:30 and could possibly go to 11 later. And he said he would. So he would start at 5:30, and we're gonna put it in the May newsletter and have people call here for appointments, and we'll see how it goes.
It's a
And
good idea.
will you shuttle them?
Yes.
Or, so it's not just gonna be like the 12 people, the first 12 people, or how will you?
I guess it depends on
Yeah.
how many we can take.
Yeah.
So we could do 14. We could
Right.
go out and get 14 more.
Right.
It's our first time doing it, so it's kind of
They're gonna get home really late.
it's
If
possible
they decide to stay.
if they decide to stay.
Or
Mhm.
you
Well,
would
if you're
say,
taking a bus,
Shuttle
you
back
can't
and
leave
forth.
early. Well,
Well,
They
unless
if they decide they can, yeah.
would
I'm
do
gonna talk
that.
with Doug more about it to see
Yeah.
what his
You don't want
feelings
them
are.
running out like 15
Right.
times.
Plus, our drivers are also residents, so I don't want to take
They're
the
gonna-
fact that they want if they want
Yeah,
to
right.
attend the meeting away.
Right.
Yeah. So we're gonna
People really have to decide
right.
if they have the stamina or whatever to stay.
Yeah.
Stay
Yeah.
there from
And-
11 o'clock at night.
Exactly. Or later. We don't know.
It could be a long one this year.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Depending on how many people want to talk.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. So we're gonna offer it. We're gonna see what happens. We offer it when there's an election here. If
Oh,
folks
okay.
want to, if they want a ride over to
a
vote,
good
that's
idea.
fine too. Yeah.
It's a really good
Yeah.
idea.
So then upcoming, we do have a Savvy Caregiver program that is sponsored by Access Care Partners. So it starts on April 9th, goes through May 14th. It's once a week here. Thursdays in April, we're going to do our intro to watercolor. And then I did learn, because we have such an interest in it, that the teacher is also going to stay on into May. So she wants to do a 10-person class. 10 people filled up quick. We
Oh,
have 10
wow.
more. So she's going to do it in May as well.
Is it
That's
gonna be
great.
an afternoon or the morning?
It's afternoons.
afternoons.
Yeah. Yep, afternoons.
We're going wild with afternoons.
Yeah.
I know.
You do your thing in the afternoon? Your sisterhood?
Oh, they changed the day.
We're gonna change the day because
Yeah.
we have so many that do the Healthy Bones Wednesday.
Wednesdays.
Wednesday at 10 o'clock.
Go.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Actually,
See?
yeah.
The BSCCA is doing a fundraiser at McCarthy's Pub on April 10th. So if you go there and you have a meal, she'll donate a percentage back to
What day
the
again?
fundraising. That's April 10th. Pearson Story will be here on April 14th to do a future planning. That's always very well attended. We have them, at least twice a year come in. The Belchertown Police Department, in conjunction with the FBI, will be here on the 16th to do presentations on scams, because they just seem to be ramping up. And they're good scams, they're believable. So as much information we can get out there, the better.
Yeah, it's
We're gonna
crazy
have-
what you get on your text now.
I know. Yep.
Fast.
Oh yeah.
No, no.
And it's easy stuff, because it's only like, it's $3.99. Oh, that's absolutely plausible.
Right.
Yeah. We'll have our spring party on the 18th. And then, although we do a larger event for our volunteers in the fall, because April is Volunteer Appreciation Month, we're going to do a donut, which I spelled wrong. Wow. That's not right. Donut social celebrating our...
What were we
It was.
gonna have?
We were gonna have donuts.
Something new?
Yeah, something new.
Very creative.
Yeah, enjoy that.
Very
Yep. So we'll have those for our volunteers on the 24th, just in the lobby, and then there's a fall risk prevention seminar training on April 30th. So a lot coming up in April to
Busy month.
conjoin what is already going on in April regularly. We had people for Rummy Cube yesterday. That was started up, so that's great. The tapping is going well. Meditation's going well. Those are afternoon things. Yeah. Yep, meditation. So. Yep. Okay, yeah, so that's it. And then our next meeting would be Wednesday, April 23rd. Alrighty.
Move to accept the director's report.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Is it, the association now?
Sure. So I wasn't here for that meeting, but I did hear from Dave. They are going to look to fund some cosmetic repairs on the older of our 2 vans, because we don't think we're going to be getting a new van, within the next couple of years. We're going to try to keep up the one that we have, and we got a quote for it. The mechanic says that, it works fine. It's got a lot of miles, and It's a little dinged up, but we can fix those. So that association's gonna work on that. They talked about their McCarthy's fundraiser that they're gonna have, and approved some upcoming things that Stephanie had for them, and that was the majority of the meeting.
Is that new
In
for
March.
I'm not subject to McCarthy's.
Yeah.
Is it new for them to do that?
It is. Yeah, McCarthy's always donates, whether it be the holiday bazaar or just in general. But I think this is, at least for me, this is the first time that she's offered that dining program. They've done it once before at Villa Rose.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Villa Rose has done it. So.
Done it there a few times.
Yep.
No, we need to tell them at McCarthy's that that's what you're there for, or they just donate.
I think they'll just do it. Yep. I don't have any flyers, but knowing her, she'll just do it. Because she's
And
wonderful.
Villa Rose, Tony does liquor and everything.
That's true. Yeah. Yes.
He's
I
great.
don't know if
Just
McCarthy's
the
is.
last-
really good.
Just the
Yeah.
last name.
I know. Yeah.
20%.
Yeah, it was really good.
He's very generous.
Mhm. Yep. So Lisa's not here, but I was able to talk with her because we're on a committee together, and she's been very busy. She gets our minutes, she gets our agendas, she knows, and of course I told her if there was anything we needed to talk about, happy to. She did want me to bring up under old business the tax work-off program.
Yeah.
So although she hasn't brought it to the select board yet, it's on the way. Everyone is very much in favor of it. She did not want you to think that it was dead. They're still working on
It's
it.
probably
So.
gonna be hard though
With the budget.
being-
I think that's why we're just leaving it for now, but it's not, we're still working on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So we did have two folks who were interested in joining our board, even though we only have one slot open. I did reach out to Eamon's son, but there is no voicemail. It just rings and says that the voicemail is not available or not set up yet. Yeah, I called the town to see if perhaps there was an email that got submitted when the submission form was submitted online, but no email. So I did send a letter. I sent a letter out on the 14th just saying, if you're still interested, please contact me, and I never heard.
Okay.
So I assume that they are no longer interested. And then the other person is Lorraine Alves, which I told her to be here at 10:35 because we were gonna have one ahead of time. So I could go see if she's here and if we wanna bring her in and just see, talk to her a little bit. I'll go check and see if she's here, unless we have anything else we wanna discuss before we do that. The interview would be, and then we can move into an executive session, take a vote, and then
Okay.
and then the camera would go off and we can decide
Okay.
if we would like to extend an offer to Lorraine. My thought is that she would be taking Jim's spot, which was 2025. So my thought is she would just be on until June 30th of 2025, and then we'd have to vote her again for an additional 3 years. Lorraine Alves.
ALVES.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That means a lot around here.
Yeah. And you did get my email that Jim has passed.
Yeah, we were just talking about
Yeah.
that. We should-
Yeah. We did, the center did a card and Beth still comes in, so I think she's doing a celebration of life at Pine Valley.
Remember what we did for Bob?
I think we did. We sent flowers to his wife.
Yeah, there was no thing to go to.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was
Yeah.
all private, so I think we
Mhm.
just donated.
Do you remember what time that it is on Saturday?
No, but I can look.
I think I want to say it's 2 to 4.
It's in my calendar.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to do that again, I'm happy to collect. If you want to stop in, this week, next week, I can collect funds and I can send flowers to Beth. That's fine. Let's see. His picture in his obituary was from one of the St. Patrick's Day parties here at
Oh.
Senior Center. I know. All right, so the celebration is 2 to 5 on Sunday, March 30th at Pine Valley.
Sunday. not
Sunday. Yep, Sunday, March 30th, 2 to 5, Pine Valley. All right, well, I will go see if Lorraine is here.
Usually how much money? North Style. I found them at
Oh,
I buy
they're
online. I love
great.
their
Yeah,
stuff.
they're quite-
And it's
yeah.
well made.
Yes, yeah.
It's expensive.
Yeah. And they tend to like run, they run big.
Yeah, I have
so
to-
you have to kind of size down, which is always nice.
Anybody else gonna give or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you give me the 20,
So it's a little bold, but find a seat anywhere you'd like.
I'm just gonna put my
Go right ahead.
If I give you my 10, then that's for bus.
Get the bed.
Oh, you wanna get 10?
I think I can squeeze that way.
You want to go over here?
You're gonna need 20?
Yeah,
Wherever you would like.
doesn't matter. Who's this? This is here or here?
May I?
Here?
Yeah.
You can, of course.
And then,
Can't squeeze down the
Okay.
rows and I need to lose weight.
She has a 10. You wanna give a 10?
Yeah, give me 10 back.
Hey, I haven't been hired yet. Pass the money this way. Oh, Maureen, I didn't see you over there. And I know you, Tony, right? Very good from elections.
Yes. Appreciate
So everybody, this is Lorraine Alves. I'll go around. This is Maureen Kaiser. Maureen is our vice chair, and Tony Ricciazzi, and Colleen Durocher is our chair, Diane Plant, and Libby Overly is our secretary. So if you would like, why don't you tell the group a little bit about yourself and why you're interested in joining our board?
Well, number one, I do like to keep busy. And I enjoy all the programs that have been offered here. I've taken part in many of the programs. I was fortunate enough to bring some programs to the senior center, and I'd like to be able to continue in that vein. I work well collaboratively. I work well by myself and try to be prepared. My background is I was in education starting when I was a kid at 5 and finishing up when I was 59. And now I'm on the school committee for Pathfinder. I've been on the school committee there for 15 years. I started in 2010. And I think education, regardless if you're a child, a high school student, a college student, an adult, education is paramount. And anything that we can do to encourage people to explore new activities, take part in new activities, expand their minds, makes us all better citizens.
Great.
So kind of in a nutshell, that's me.
Mm-hmm. That's wonderful. So I believe that this position you would be taking an already a position that's already been here, so which would expire at June 2025. So, but then you could re-up for 3 years.
Okay.
I believe that's how it works.
All right.
Yep. Does anybody have any questions for Lorraine?
No, how long have you lived in Belchertown?
Oh, we built a house early 80s. I've been here since the early 80s. But I had terrible allergies, so I had to be inside the house for years. People didn't even know I existed for a long time. And then I got an allergy shot so I can get out and I walk my dog. I'm in South Belchertown, which is the very last street before you get to Three Rivers. South Street, which runs, if you're familiar with that area, South Street runs west to Ludlow and east to Ware, so I'm right there. And I do a lot of walking with my dog.
That's great. So we meet the fourth Wednesday of the month at 10 o'clock. Were you going to say something?
yeah. I
Go
would
right
like to-
ahead. Yeah.
So you have obviously started programs here. You're definitely a natural leader. Looking at the calendar and looking at the newsletter and just kind of the, somewhat of the chitter chatter around the center. What do you see that there's a gap in terms of programs, or are there things that you would like to see kind of flourish a little bit more?
Well, number one, music of any way, shape, or form, because music stimulates our brains. If you're a singer or not a singer, it stimulates your vocal cords. If you pick up an instrument or try something, tapping on a drum, whatever. It really stimulates, and when you stimulate your brain, you're stimulating everything about you, all of your other systems in your body, and you can really get involved in that. Maureen can attest that I'm definitely not a singer. I powerfully sing, but I'm definitely not a singer.
But you have gusto.
I try.
You have gusto.
I try, but I'm very good at explaining.
Yes.
I try to explain if there are particular aspects of a piece of music or whatever. But encouraging people to sing and get involved, to me, is probably paramount. Second to that, anything involving the arts, and arts are so broad, whether it's your needle crafts or drawing, painting, whatever, all of those are important, because again, it's not only the hand movement, but you're stimulating the brain because you need to be able to coordinate. I had brought the chair volleyball, but we don't have high enough ceilings, which we learned in the exercise room. So we did do at least one season of chair volleyball outside, which was kind of tense because sometimes we're all not that agile, and you have to chase the ball down either in the field or the parking lot. But we had fun. But that's it. Anything we can bring that stimulates our senses, but brings us fun and joy. To me, being able to wake up in the morning and smile, taking an early morning walk in the sunshine, getting our vitamin D, all of those are activities, and we don't have to drive far. You just drive, walk around here at the complex and then take part in other programs. So that's kind of me, And if we could all get a pet, that's even better, but I don't think the senior center is going to be in the pet business. But petting a pet would be good, because it helps for relaxation and so forth. It does. And I know when Wendy would bring her puppies, was always wonderful as well, because that connection between human and animal is so important. They're non-judgmental. I think my dog is.
I don't know,
They can have attitude.
No, definitely cats have attitude.
I tell you, this morning, I'm on the bad list with my little dog because I washed her toy, I hung it up in the shower, I had to close the shower door, I had to close the bathroom door, because initially she was sitting there staring at it, then she was sitting in front of the shower door staring at it, now she's sitting outside the bathroom staring at it, so hopefully it'll dry quickly.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
And, again, that's me. And just to let you know, when I was a fill-in 2010 for the position on the Pathfinder School Committee, and when I went to get officially signed in, they handed me the nomination papers and said, go collect your names because you have to run in November. I'm going, what? So I understand the position, that it's, could be temporary and and so forth, but
and that was more to tell you that after this, 4 months, 3 years is the.
As long as I don't have to go out and get my 50 signatures.
No.
Done with collecting 50 signatures.
No signatures
You won't
needed.
be on the ballot.
No,
There's no ballot here.
just the people that are sitting at the table. That's great.
Anything else?
Do you have any questions for us?
No, I think basically you answered because I now know the position and I was acquainted with Jim. I'm very sorry, for him and family and all of you. I'm sure he was a big part of your committee.
Many years.
And so forth.
Long before me.
Yeah. And he did start, he did take, I believe, some of the early Zendoodle lessons that we had when Susan had presented it in the cafeteria. And so I think, if I look at that as an activity, perhaps, getting me involved in things can kind of let people know, it's not too bad. If I'm willing to sing in front of all these people that come in.
I know when I was in Granby, Jim was there taking Tai Chi. Because there wasn't Tai Chi here yet, so that's how I met Jim.
He was here before all of us.
I'm sure. I'm sure he might have laid some of the ground stones for the building.
Probably.
He was around so much, but that's good. Unfortunately for me, the only day I do not have activities scheduled is Wednesdays. I always leave Wednesdays open, so that would not be an issue as far as I
Great.
know.
Great.
For that.
Yeah,
It's nice to have a group that brings diverse ideas to a group, because sometimes you might have a germ of an idea,
Mhm.
and other people from other aspects of it can see things that you may have missed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For a long time, we had a very small board, but it's been recently, and we are missing a member. She's out sick today, so we do
Oh.
have a seventh. Nancy Brill is also on the board. So
Okay.
yeah.
I'm like,
Nancy?
that's it.
Oh, Nancy. Oh, I've met Nancy in the
Mhm.
past. And I always type everything. I type the letter up, just to let you know.
Yeah.
I typed it up, and of course, the printer wouldn't work that day. You know, if I didn't want to, didn't need it,
Yep.
it would have worked. It would have
Of
worked
course,
fine.
it's
So,
always how it is.
but, yeah, that's why it's in handwriting.
Oh, that's fine.
So,
I like it.
Like Jess said, we meet on the fourth Thursday, but around Thanksgiving and
Wednesday.
Christmas, it
That is
often goes before or after.
okay,
Yeah.
Thursday, so I'm here.
Yeah.
Thursdays.
Yeah.
Yes, that's good.
No, the week prior.
Prior to-
Yes.
yeah.
So like the third Wednesday of
It'll
the
be the
month.
third one.
Yeah. I tend to send out a list of meetings at the
Okay.
beginning of the year that tells us when they all are.
Good.
Yeah. And we don't meet in August. That's our summer break.
Yeah.
So we decided.
Well,
I
this
think
is
it's
my
the birthday
first year
party.
that I've gone on vacation in a long time, and I felt guilty, so I did provide the ukulele group with
Oh, you're so funny. I
a
remember
whole
that.
sheet of
Yep.
music, possible songs, possible
I know.
chords,
And we possibly went rogue.
strums. And that's okay, I don't care if you go rogue, but I would hate to
But you
leave
met,
in
you were
the
here.
lurch.
Absolutely, and we went
Along
rogue.
with the lyrics.
We did.
Oh, the lyrics come up on the screen. And now that I've learned how
You
to
play,
use
you
the
sing
little
along?
speaker,
Yeah.
I can play the song, otherwise I would try singing it to help people remember, you know this, I know you know the song, and the way I sing, nobody could figure it out.
We don't know what the song
Possibly
is.
not even the Star Spangled Banner if I tried singing it, most of us do know that, so, but that's it. Nope, that's it,
That's awesome. Thank
that's
you.
fine. Well,
Great.
hopefully you had some good candidates, and perhaps you'll be into doing some more interviews, and I wish every one of the candidates
you.
well
Thank
in
you.
pursuing this,
Right.
and whoever fits the criteria best, I'll happily support.
All right.
Good.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Lorraine.
Lorraine.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
I will get mine.
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
Oh, is that way? Yeah.
Bye, all. Have a wonderful day.
Take care.
There's a
Thanks,
little bit
Lorraine.
of sunshine out there. Enjoy it.
For now.
I know. Just rain on me.
Hopefully no more snow.
I know.
Yeah, as long as it's just rain.
Okay, so we can go into our executive
Me too.
session. We do have to vote on that.
Need to move to executive session.
Okay,
Second.
well, there.
Great. All
Okay.
right. Is that okay, Dan? How'd we do?
Fine.